I am Dr. Kelly. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In this video, I am going to talk about my favorite things about being a carnivore or eating a carnivore diet. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Hey, Dr. Kelly here, and I'm going to talk about my own personal experience being carnivore, eating a mostly carnivore diet. Since May of 2020, I have been mostly carnivore, and for periods of that time, I have been really strict carnivore. I've also spent some time doing beef, water, salt, or the lion diet and water only. So I've been experimenting with animal-based eating, mostly carnivore. So I'm going to talk about my experience now. I'm going to say I am also a nutritional therapist. So I do not push my clients towards carnivore. In fact, I don't think I have many that are actually carnivore, but more animal-based for sure, because I think that's where we see the most healing. And most of the people who are coming to me are looking for healing. So I have a pro-healing diet, but it's more varieties because my clients are just not there. So I'm not an anti plant person. Actually, I really love plants. And my view personally is that as humans, we have been living with, eating, and using plants medicinally for a very long time. So I don't have any problem with that. And I'm also, just so you know, I am somebody who likes experimentation. So I really started the carnivore diet. I was more of a paleo-ish. I was whole foods, gluten-free, alcohol-free, I had a pretty clean eater, but I still didn't feel good. And so I was the type of person for as long as I can remember, like I just never felt good, especially after I would eat. And I mean, it was kind of almost a joke, not funny joke, but even my mom would say, "Oh yeah, Kelly's always feels sick after she eats." Because I almost felt like I was allergic to absolutely everything. And it was just really frustrating. So I decided to try carnivore. And you can hear more about my story. I talk about it all the time. But really, what I want to talk about is my favorite things about going on a carnivore diet and the benefits of that. So for me, it was all about health. So improvements in my health have shocked me. I didn't even know you could feel this good. I'm so grateful for that. But that is my favorite thing about the carnivore diet is that my health continues to improve, and that's why I keep doing it. And the best thing I think for most of us is it's so simple. So I know what I'm going to eat. I know I'm going to feel good. Sometimes don't feel good when I eat out at restaurants, even when I'm just sticking to meat. So that's a little frustrating. Been working on that. I've got some videos about some of the things I've been doing to help with that, and it is helping. But I also changed a lot of lifestyle stuff, and I think that's helping too. But carnivore has helped my health more than I could imagine. It's so simple. I know what I'm going to eat. There's so much less energy spent around what am I going to eat because I'm probably going to feel sick and all of that sort of stuff. I'm not going to lie. I didn't start carnivore to lose weight, but I have loved the weight loss. I am only 4'11", and I probably weighed about 110 pounds. So, and I was mostly paleo, eating whole foods, not drinking. So I felt like I was healthy. And a decent weight. And I now weigh about 98 pounds. So I float between 98, 103. I did when I was doing beef, salt, water only. I did that for like probably 2 months, maybe 6 weeks to 2 months. And then I started kind of reintroducing some other meats to see how I was reacting because I was having a lot of histamine reactions. In like 2021-ish still. So anyway, I dropped down to like 93 pounds. I didn't like that. That's a little too small for me, but right around, 95, 98, like somewhere in there is where I feel the best. And I'm totally fine with, 100. It's fine. Yeah. So that's where I am. And I've actually really liked that. I'm a bikini girl. So to be in a bikini comfortably is really awesome. but that's not why I started carnivore. But my one of the other things, but that's my favorite, I keep saying that's my favorite. My favorite thing about carnivore is that I've really been able to discern how I feel, what's causing what, and kind of get more. I would feel like I was very aware of my body and I was aware of what was happening, but now I feel like I really inhabit my body in a way that I just didn't before. And so that has been really amazing about carnivore. So those are probably my favorite things. The health benefits. Oh, and the mental health too. So the health benefits, the simplicity of it is amazing. Just the weight loss and how I feel really great, and the ability to figure things out as I add one thing at a time. Because I tend to be one of those people, you might be like this too. I'm an all or nothing girl. So when I don't feel great, I start doing all kinds of things and you don't know what's working, what's not. And I felt like carnivore has been really helpful specifically to figure out what foods are doing what in my body. My view is that that's not forever. Like our bodies change. The more I do some of the quantum healing techniques, I feel like I'm able to tolerate a lot more. So we'll see. But the carnivore diet has been really helpful. And then for mental health, I cannot tell you how many people have shared with me their mental health journey, eating more animal based and the improvements there in mental health. And we're just seeing so much more anxiety in the last few years than we've seen. And I have clients that are coming with this kind of unique anxiety that is after COVID, having had COVID. And so even if they don't, so they're still, even though they're not carnivore, they're still benefiting from really focusing on protein and fat and animal sources of protein and fat for those foods. So those are my favorite things about being carnivore. Hopefully that's helpful. I am not a dogmatic person. I think you've got to do your own research. You've got to explore for yourself. And yeah, you got to be your own health guru. Everybody's telling you what to eat, what not to eat, and it can be super confusing. I think starting with whole foods is a great place to start. Get cutting out the processed stuff and the sugar, all the things that are gut detractors. I talk about that a lot in my pro healing plans. But then you've got to just do a lot of trial and error and figure out what's going to work for you, become your own nutritional guru. So if I can be helpful to any of you, please look at my website and send me an email and we can definitely work together. Happy healing.